Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we will discuss how Bitcoin is holding this very important resistance point. In yesterday's video we mentioned that this point is the last hope, the last chance for Bitcoin to hold, and now it's holding perfectly as we wick below, and now we're holding this resistance line. We're also going to talk USDT. We're going to talk BUSD, we're going to talk USDC, we're going to talk inflation reports, how given inflation was below what was expected, therefore we had a rally in the stock market, also reflected to Bitcoin's price as well. So without further ado, let's quickly jump into the chart. So first of all, we can see that Bitcoin has held this $17,050 area. We're actually trying to hold. So the main support is the prior swing low was $17,560. Now, majorly due to the CPI report, which was forecasted to be 8%, and we hit an actual of 7.7%, which gave the bullish sentiment in the markets. As you can see, the S&P fired up like crazy. If we measure the close, currently it's up about 4% on the S&P 500, which reflected very generously on the Bitcoin markets. As you can see, we have reversed very nicely here, and now we're retesting back to this support area, and it will be very important for us to watch out here and see what we do. Now, I mean, if the entire FTX thing did not happen, after the announcement of the CPI report, Bitcoin could have potentially went to $22,000. This could have happened. So we would have been here, we would have retested, and then CPI would have been, inflation would have been released, and boom, we would have continued upwards. However, FTX announced at a very bad time, and it caused this entire downward fall to happen. So yeah, the FTX news was not fortunate. However, what's good is, if you look on the bright side of things, at least FTX now being exposed with their assets and their insolvency. And by the way, they filed for a bankruptcy, and actually they haven't filed for bankruptcy. SBF is looking for $9 billion in funds to raise to save FTX. So we're going to see how that works out. I mean, I personally don't think so. I think the easiest way would be to file for bankruptcy and accept defeat. And, we pushed yes, in the short term, it caused this to happen. However, if a major player like this continued as it was continuing and even got bigger and bigger and more institutions were involved, it would have been much more drastic, I believe, the impact. I mean, this is crazy, but it could have been worse, I believe. And now that this has happened, now we're in the bear market and at a building stage. Now all the other exchanges have learned their lessons, and I believe will adapt accordingly and try not to allow this to happen again. So this is what Bitcoin is looking at. I believe if we hold this support, I mean, the thing is, we're pretty bearish, macroeconomically. Interest rates are expected to be risen to up to 6%. Unemployment is at record highs. And, when people are unemployed, they cannot contribute to the economy because they have no income. They cannot purchase goods. They cannot purchase services. They cannot purchase homes, which cause the economy to slump, causing markets to slump as well. So again, my favorite bet right now is gold and silver. If you can see, gold has been pumping like crazy. When was this? This was the 3rd of November. Oh my God, gold is looking bullish. I've been mentioning this in my last couple of videos. I've been saying, guys, stack up on gold, because I am. Not financial advice, by the way, nothing in this video is financial advice, but look at this, perfect bullish continuations. This is like perfect. Like, gold is just looking amazing. Well, it was looking amazing. We're probably going to have like a short-term reversal, but my goodness, gold looks amazing. God, I would have probably went in here realistically. And I mean, gold to be jumping 4% in like a couple of days, in a week. That is just unbelievable. I mean, gold looks insane. So I think gold is a beautiful hedge against inflation right now. Silver as well. Silver is beautiful. It's at $21.6 right now. I mean, personally, my crypto assets are lower right now, and I'm more diversified into gold and silver as a hedge for inflation. I mentioned this in my last couple of videos as well. I believe that gold will be, perfect right now. Bitcoin will eventually, when more institutions get involved, etc., and it's clear what Bitcoin's purpose will become. Either it will be the digital gold of the internet, or it will be follow through with the peer-to-peer transactional sense. We'll see what happens, but in the future, I do see most likely Bitcoin will become the digital gold with its scarcity and its more use cases compared to gold. So I think gold is a beautiful asset. So let's switch to the USDT FUD. So if we have a look at USDT to USD, on currency.com. So yeah, as you can see, we depegged to 97 cents. Now, this isn't the first time that this has happened. This has happened back in the 12th of May of this year. And this was when all the Luna FUD was happening. And of course, there was a lot of panic in the market, and people were trying to bring their cash, bring their USDT to cash, causing a lot of speculation, causing a lot of panic sell-offs. However, it immediately pegged back again. Now, this is what it's doing. It had this major depeg, and it's pegging again. Now, personally, I do not think, if USDT were to depeg, because there's a lot of bearish news about a lot of controversy for many years now about Bitfinex and USDT on how their reserves are not audited, and previously I believe it was this article, again, CoinDesk is just it is butchering the crypto market. I mean, if USDT were to depeg, right, that is when Bitcoin goes to like $12,000, $10,000. I mean, this is just horrific. So where did it exactly say this? Let's have a look. So I remember reading that, commenting on the other day, FTX. So yeah, lows of blah blah blah. No, okay, it wasn't this article, but it was basically saying how before USDT said that we had a $1 peg, and now it's saying we have enough reserves to cover for the amount of USDT created. However, there's just always been problems. I believe it's not properly audited, the USDT reserves, and there's been, for years, there's been a lot of controversy with USDT. And I mean, on top of all the FTX thing, if USDT were to go underground, then it would just destroy the entire crypto market. So you're asking now, okay, if not USDT, then what? Because I remember over here when this happened, I got spooked out so hard. I remember transferring all the USDT I had to USDC. Now, USDC, people have speculations on USDC as well, but my main thing that allows me to trust USDC more is because of their partnership with BlackRock, which is of course one of the biggest, if not the biggest, institutional investment firm in the world, and they are working closely with Circle, and I believe they're being audited by the SEC. Not exactly sure on this, but I do know there is auditing and there is some sort of following of regulation by Circle. Now, people are giving this FUD because of their involvement with Alameda Research, but I believe FTX, I don't know which way it was. Let's have a look. So was it, so Alameda Research, Circle involvement. Man, okay, I want to do live streams more often. I think, I really like doing lives and not, making videos, because whatever I say is spontaneous, and I think lives are better. But let's see, Circle had completed $440 million in the finance. Okay, so basically Circle had invested into FTX. Into FTX, not Alameda Research, I believe. So they had a $440 million investment in, according to CoinDesk, in FTX, and this is where all the FUD is coming from. But I don't think it's a significant problem, because I'm sure that is like split off. Their USDC reserves, EURC reserves, are probably different. Not exactly definite on this, but it would make sense that they were different. But it's better, I guess, that FTX hadn't invested in USDC. I guess this way around is better. But again, I personally trust USDC. Again, you never know what's going to happen. No one would have expected FTX to go down, so you can never be too sure. So I always say cash is king. But if we look at BUSD, I mean, Binance is just doing everything they can to push their transparency, to push their PR image as number one. So I do believe that Binance, with its BUSD reserves, will try to be under more regulation and more auditing and more transparency. But again, this is speculation. But I believe that still USDC to me is the best one. But again, BUSDC is a very close competitor in my eyes, and BUSD could eventually take over if it gets more regulated. So that is it for today. If we have a look at the crypto bubbles, God, wow, okay, FTT, how much is FTT? Wow, it's still $3.58. That is impressive. Solana is being butchered. It went down all the way to $13. Now it's back up to $18. So after the epoch, the unlocking FUD, Solana went down like crazy, and now it had a rebound after the news. So it was kind of a buy the news, sell the rumor, sell the news type of situation. If we look at Dogecoin, God, okay, Dogecoin is doing fine, guys. Dogecoin is okay, but I mean, just look at this. Everything is butchered. It's really sad to see this, but again, it is a nice time to be DCAing, in my opinion. I mean, all of these tokens are just super, super, super cheap. I think it's a very good opportunity to be slowly DCAing into these tokens, into these coins, the good projects, which you need to do a lot of research on yourselves, start putting in some capital that you're not afraid to lose. But other than that, that is it for me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And wow, look at this rebound. This looks hopeful, at least. At least we can say it's hopeful, but really no one knows what's going to happen next. We just got to watch. Look at the charts. That's all we can do. So, by the way, crazy liquidations. Again, $561 million in liquidations, with Solana being number 3 in the most liquidated. Also, we have BNB token here too, because BNB crashed down like $100, because when the news was released, it went to like $385, and now it's back down to like $275, something like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.